We often talk about winning new clients and growing a business, but what about the cold, harsh reality that you might lose an existing client? Losing a client doesn't make you a bad IT company. Quite often you won't lose a client based on how you've behaved, but based on financial or political decisions. Now, the instinctive emotional reaction is to make things tough for the client. How dare they move their business away from us? If they think we're going to help them with their move, they've got another thing coming. But the reality is, while you may have lost this client for now, how you behave during the handoff can determine whether you win their business back in the future. For example, when I was an MSP owner, a smaller client approached us and asked us to slash our rates, as they were experiencing tough financial times. Well, we worked with them, but simply couldn't drop our managed service contract to the rates they wanted, so we shook hands and decided to part ways, leaving the client with the message that if they ever needed us in the future, we would be delighted to work with them. Less than a quarter later, the client phoned us. Their new IT supplier was cheap, but they simply weren't getting the service they wanted. Could they talk to us about working with us again? Now, we could easily have grumbled and called the client a cheapskate when we parted ways. If you don't want to work with us, then go away and leave us alone. But by leaving the door not just open, but widely open, by explicitly stating we'd be delighted to work with them again, we overcame any embarrassment the client may have had about returning to us, and we won the business back as a result. So losing business is not fun, but it's part and parcel of doing business in the modern world. And by handling the loss of business in a professional and helpful manner and not burning bridges, at worst you're creating a reputation for being good guys, and you never know when you might win business back as a result of that attitude.